here.
Hello, interweb.
Hi, interwebs.
We were foiled by traffic. Story of our lives.
But not here in New York.
No, in LA. That's where the traffic is, right?
That's where the traffic is, but we're not in LA.
We have other problems.
Yeah, no, that'd be me, and I'm the New York transplant. I mean, you know, in New York, if it's not like moving, there's a reason. There's no reason in LA. I don't understand.
But anyway, hi everybody that's watching. We have special guests today. We have the Little Mamas, and their blog is thelittleMamas.com, and it's Allison and Cecilia.
Woo!
We're excited to have
My phone just started ringing, of course, because nobody calls all day until
my husband will text, and they'll be like,
fine.
it's fine.
My husband could come in any second with the kids.
You'll hear the cat in the background.
For those of you that don't know these cool ladies, they do a funny thing on their blog called Dear Dads, which we are going to talk about and do. And we have a dad-themed giveaway.
Show us what it is. A toolbox.
It's not just a toolbox. This is a toolbox diaper changing kit from Daddy and Company.
Oh my God! Why didn't I
Something like that existed.
It has things like goggles for major blowouts.
Ew.
And I think there's like a nose plug. I don't know. I think men are more sensitive to the smells or something.
Tongues.
There's tongues in case.
I love that.
Ew.
Yeah.
Asshole pills, because I feel like every time there's a poop in my house, there's like an asshole explosion as well from my husband, you know?
Like,
I'm going to give him that Everybody Poops book.
I don't get it.
Are they that sensitive?
Yeah.
Everybody Poops.
I don't know. One of my favorite things about this, though, is it comes with this. It comes with instructions for the father.
Yeah.
The 10 steps of how to change the diaper.
In the 10 steps, is there something about actually putting a diaper on the kid? Because that's what my husband likes to do, is actually forget to put the diaper back on.
I'm sure that's
Take off the dirty diaper and then not put on a clean diaper, and then be very surprised when the kid shits in the middle of the floor.
And then they need like a daddy floor cleaning kit.
Right. Yeah. Some sort of like, you were never getting the sex again kit. I don't know. Like that's.
You don't need a kit for that. That's just there.
That's always there. Okay.
You don't need a kick for that.
You guys want to tell everybody what Dear Dads is or how it started?
Well, you know, we have a private Facebook group page, secret private double probation Facebook page. And we get on there and we'll say things about dads. And one day, I think Allie and I were talking, and I was like, I'm going to write a blog called Dear Dads, and it's going to be from all the little mamas, and I'm going to take, like, collectively things that we had read about. And so I wrote that and was collective. I did put a disclaimer on it saying, like, it wasn't specifically about my husband. That was by his request. It really wasn't. Like, some things were geared toward him, but it wasn't totally about him. And that went up, and people got mad at me.
People tend to get mad at Celia about everything she says.
They do.
What are they mad at you for?
She's very racy.
I'm very racy. Mad. Some guy created this email like toward me. Like, it was like an email that was like Celia's husband at gmail.com, and like was like sending me like nasty emails. I know.
Well, then we started like having, like, you know how there's like abbreviations on all of, like, the mommy websites and blogs that are like DD and DS. We think those are really stupid. So DD is Dear Dads on mamas.
Right.
So it could be like hashtag DD, my husband is, you know, this or that or doing this or that. And so we started a thread, and then we did one of our Talk Tuesdays all about, you know, what the moms were saying about their husbands on that particular day.
Yeah, we let them submit in like their best Dear Dad moments. Like, what would you like to tell them? And I don't know. Still number one for me. I know it's the same for you. You could say it.
No, go ahead.
It was something to the effect of, Dear Dads, when you choose to manscape in our bathroom, please make sure that the trash can you use for your pubes is not accessible to toddlers. Finding your child covered in your husband's pubes is disturbing, to say the least.
Did she get that in 140 characters?
I know, seriously.
Yeah.
And that came from one of our mamas named Kari, who is hilarious. And she comes out with these things all day long. She has 3 kids, and it's just hilarious.
This is still open.
Oh, yeah, there were some good ones.
Just before we started, I was saying one of mine to Stephanie, and it's also about pubes. And I was like, is that
Yeah.
Please share.
Bring it.
Okay. So, dear dads, when I find a clump of pubic hair in the shower, I know it's not mine because I haven't gotten to have a shower in 4 days. Clean it up.
I thought you were going to say something else, but
We just had a Dear Dads here about 5 seconds ago. My husband came in with my son. I sent them out because otherwise you'd be hearing a screaming 2-year-old the whole time. But he came in covered in a little bit of poop. Well, he says he was covered in poop. He just had a little poop on his hands because my son is teething, and so he has a little bit of the shits. And so he came in with the shits, and of course I'm like running to relieve him so that it doesn't have to be World War III. It's just a little bit of poop, you know. And my husband comes in and he's like, my dear dads is, please don't use every swear word in the book and scream at the top of your lungs while my 2-month-old is sleeping about a little bit of poop. You have 2 children under 2 and a 10-year-old. You should be used to poop by now.
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely, absolutely. Mine. Yeah, we all still get angry about the poop in my house. I don't know why.
Really?
We're not getting used to it like we should be.
Stephanie, there's so much.
So much poop. Like these little people.
I'm used to the poop, but my husband, he's in potty training.
Your
mode
husband?
right now. I don't know.
Wait, your husband's not potty trained? That's a whole other problem.
Oh, God.
For that. Like, yeah, you got to potty train your husband, and that's.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't marry an on potty trained man. If anybody wants to tweet about Dear Dads, you can use that hashtag DD, and you can also use our hashtag MRRMCTV, that's below us, because we always do a Twitter party while we're doing this. And they're laughing, and they say they're dying about the manscaping.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Oh, she had another one actually about poop, of course. That was something like, if you tell me that I'm using a tone while I'm cleaning your son's poop out from underneath my fingernails, please understand that I will hoard said poop and put it in your morning coffee.
Oh, my God.
Like, really? That's the best idea I've ever heard. And I'm really, someone should do that.
I put placenta in Brian's coffee.
I don't want that.
How did you get access to placenta?
Well, I encapsulated my placenta. Oh, no, it wasn't in coffee. It was in a smoothie. So my placenta lady told me that if my husband was grumpy, I could put some placenta in his smoothie and it would brighten his spirits. And so 3 mornings after we got home from the hospital with my daughter, I spiked his smoothie with placenta, and later in the day I was like, do you feel good? How do you feel? How do you feel today? Are you feeling good today? And he's like, did I eat your placenta? And I was like, yes, you did. You did. Do you feel good? He's like, I feel great. You know, like
you placenta roofied your husband.
I totally placenta roofied him. I did.
That's
my
husband.
Good for that.
You said you had a placenta lady?
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Who's the
New York,
LA.
This is ongoing with us. She's always like, I'm going to put placenta. I will not drink anything in here because she's going to roofie me with placenta. And I know when I had my second kid, they asked me if I wanted my placenta, and I said, no thanks, I'm from Connecticut. That's my response.
That's a good excuse.
I'm from Connecticut too.
Well,
what's my excuse?
You've lived here.
I had a placenta lady, feel good placenta, and she's from Venice, California. Her name is Valerie Rosas. She's amazing, and she was like a part
placenta lady.
Don't you want to have another now?
Labor and
have the placenta. I feel like I'm missing out.
Taking placenta.
She's amazing. She's amazing at telling you why it's good to encapsulate your placenta. She's the best. I am totally in love with her.
Does it cost money to encapsulate placenta?
Well, it costs less money than a car seat. Let's just put it that way. It's
Good
great.
Make your husband happy?
It kept me very happy. My milk came right in. I didn't have any postpartum. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really great.
Yeah. I guess you can't really argue with that.
And if I'm feeling down, I still take them, you know, when I feel like I need to pick me up, and it's better for you than
bourbon.
Maybe. But it's not, and it doesn't taste as good.
Yeah. There's that. There's that.
Wow.
You had another Dear Dads.
Oh, mine's so boring. There's no pubes involved. There's no placenta. See, I'm on the working. I work 9 to 5. No, I work actually 8 to 6.
Right.
I'm the working mom. My husband, however, works from home all the time, and my son is still in daycare. So he feels like he's like Mr. Mom, even though like
Your son is in daycare.
Even though my son's in daycare and he works from home. So when I come home and I see tons of empty glasses and dirty dishes in the sink, I don't get it. So dear Dad, dear husband, please, when I come home from a long day of work and you've been home doing nothing, please don't leave dishes in the sink. Thank you. That's all I ask.
I wonder if he's watching.
No.
No, probably not.
Alone in that, I assure you.
Yeah.
You're not alone in that.
Dishes in the sink. I hate that. I hate waking up with dishes.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I can't take, well, and also with kids, you know, you're constantly recycling the cups and the dishes. I can't put everything in the dishwasher, so.
We try to have a 1 cup per person per day policy. Doesn't
Nope.
always,
That's a great policy.
That is a good policy.
yeah.
That does not happen in my house. But I'm so guilty of it. I usually at dinner alone, I'll have like 4 cups in front of me because I want different drinks.
Wine, vodka, beer.
Right, you know.
You need an assortment.
The placenta.
Yeah, placenta, you know, and then like water, just cause in case the kid chokes, catches on fire.
All right, I have 2 Dear Dads that yeah, I'll just go.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Dear
God,
Dad, no, you cannot retrofit an aquarium pump to make me a breast pump.
An aquarium pump?
My husband thought, breast pumps are expensive.
That's awesome.
He wanted to MacGyver me a breast pump.
Like,
That was different. That was original.
Right.
how would it have gone? I don't understand. Like, would you have had to pump into the aquarium tank, or like?
He was like, well, it's the same sort of technology, a pump that sucks, makes suction. I don't know. It's ridiculous. And then
What's your other one?
my other one was, no, I cannot cut holes into all of my bras to convert them into nursing bras. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I cut holes in a tank top to make it a pumping bra, or in a sports bra. But then we have a mama named Emily who's the Dairy Fairy. And I don't know if you've heard of the Dairy Fairy bras, but they're like a nursing bra and I'm wearing it. Should I show you? I'm totally wearing it.
Go for it.
I'm totally showing you my milky boobs right now. But this is the Dairy Fairy bra. It's you pull down for nursing, and then there's like a hole here where you can stick the pump in.
That's brilliant.
It doesn't even look like it. It's like a bra.
Welcome to Little Mom.
I happen to be wearing it.
Mhm.
Dairy Fairy. She's
You
fabulous.
didn't know you were going to show your bra today, did you?
What?
You didn't know you were going to show your bra today.
Okay, where are the tweets?
Okay.
I better get like a nice tits tweet or else I'm hanging.
Well, I think we're coming up on 10 minutes already.
Already?
I don't know. Do we have any other really awesome Dear Dads we want to add?
What was the one about the penis on the table?
That was
Oh.
the one that was better. Was the one was Dear Dads, when I am nursing our child in bed, lying on my side, do not try to get the sex by sticking your erect penis into
my
my crack.
Yeah.
It's so gross. It's not how you get it
Nobody wants
Never.
to be dry humped from behind while they're
nursing.
It's just not okay.
I
Like,
know there's a lot
that
of
has happened to everyone I know.
the sex.
That started, I think, with in my blog. I started calling it the sex. So on Mamas, we constantly refer to TS, which is the sex, which was basically like, I'm going to give you some advice on the things you should do as dads. And every single piece of advice I gave, I was like, you will do this, and maybe it will help you get the sex. Because I felt like that was the only way they would hear it without being like mad. Like one of them was, if you gained the baby weight with us and we lost ours and you not so much, maybe you want to do something about that because that would probably get you the sex.
I love it. I love that you call it the sex because before I ever knew you or read you, in our episode of Slummy Mummy that came out this week, my character calls it the sex.
There you go.
You're quoting her?
I didn't know her yet. So we're like, I don't know. We're soulmates.
It becomes that. It's just weird. It kind of does become. It's like it becomes more formal because before you have kids, you don't have to plan to have sex, and like all of a sudden you're like planning. You're like, when do we get to have dinner? You know. When
and you know what? The excuse of like we just had a baby and we're not having the sex. That one is stupid. It's when you have a real kid, like a 10-year-old kid, then you're never having sex. Like babies, they don't know you're having the sex. Yeah. But our 10-year-old. She knows and wants to try to see if we're having the sex. That's different.
Yeah. At least in California, though, you have separate rooms for these children, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. We don't have separate rooms yet.
Both
of us.
Very little of us.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because they live in New York.
Right,
they have
you're
no
like all
bedrooms.
smushed in. Yeah. That's why I had to leave New York in general. No way, man. I couldn't do it anymore. And already, I mean, my girlfriend, she's got a 7-year-old, and they were having the sex downstairs in their living room, and they had like, you know, a staircase that comes sort of down in the middle, and her husband heard her daughter coming first, and he like cut and ran, and she was totally standing there naked, holding her boobs, and her daughter was like, Mom, why are you naked? And all she could come up with was, I got hot.
And on that note,
true. She didn't lie.
She's very warm.
No.
That's going to be my excuse if I ever get caught. I got hot. What?
What? Nothing going on here.
No, all good.
Talk to you guys forever, and we have to meet in person and do this. But, you know, it's the internet.
LA.
We want to keep it short. But let's show everyone the toolbox again.
Yeah. Toolbox with very important tools.
And
I love anything for a dad that's called a toolbox, because when my husband's being a jerk, I call him a toolbox. So I just don't like that.
It's a
very
toolbox
appropriate
for toolboxes. And
Exactly.
yeah, if you want to,
guys.
Yeah, this is awesome.
yeah,
Yes.
comment and tell us your dear dad.
Please do. Win this toolbox.
Check out thelittleMamas.com to read all of the Dear Dads.
And read about the sex.
And the sex.
That no one's getting.
We're not going to be having it tonight.
Not me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Okay.
Maybe me. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Goodbye.
All right. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.